to go through some really quick announcements, and then we'll get into our recognition and some training, okay? Because January is coming. Can y'all believe Christmas is less than a week away?
No.
Does it surprise anybody that I have literally not bought the single first thing?
No.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
Like, literally. Well, we did the New York trip, and so I told the girls, I was like, Merry Christmas. Because we did a show and dinners and, you know, I mean, okay, y'all can't share this video, but, I mean, you know, when you start up on Fifth Avenue, you're at Rockefeller Center and you're trying to work your way down and around and whatever, and it's 20 degrees, you know, you step in to warm up, well, they expect you to buy a drink or do the, you know, buy an hors d'oeuvre or a whatever. So you just kind of like, dear Lord, a whole lot cheaper to get a cab. Okay, so, all right, PCP enrollment is open now. I think December 16th, was it Saturday?
Yep.
I think. That'll run through January 15th, and that's for our spring catalog, which is crazy. And we do have some really cool things coming. Who likes to get inside scoop?
Get what?
Inside scoop.
Oh.
Like on new products and things that are coming down the pike. Okay, good. You're not gonna get it tonight, but you will get it.
That's
Okay.
mean.
All right. So there is something really, really cool that's coming. Okay, actually several different things. But anyway, I'll keep you posted, I promise. I just have to swear you to secrecy. Okay. So this Thursday we're doing our Facebook Lives. Thank you so much for those of you who have gotten on to those sometimes crazy things. How many of you were on there Sunday or have seen it since then?
I think. Yeah.
Pat? Yeah.
Section.
So we were having our Christmas party here,
Yes.
and so it was a little bit crazy in the other. Look at this. I've got an armoire with a plant on top of it. You know, sometimes you just have to rearrange furniture at Christmas, so it happens. Okay, so I will do it this Thursday. I know we're coming up on Christmas, but we're not at Christmas, so it's also one of those things that if you have somebody in mind that you think might be great for this business, and it might be great for them, you can watch these events, and if there's something on there that you think, oh, I bet so-and-so would resonate with that, or whatever, then you have something to send them to, or they can watch all of them if they want to. Okay, and then, excuse me, we won't do our Zoom meeting on the 26th. I mean, it's the day after Christmas, so everybody's going to just be kind of whatever, so we won't do one next week. But on Thursday, so a week from this Thursday the 28th, both of our grown daughters are going to be here for the holidays, and so I'm going to have them do our Yes to Success event. So if you know anybody, they don't have to have children, they don't have to have grown children. It's just that they're going to talk a little bit about, and I don't know what they're going to say, so I'm kind of like nervous. I'm like, all right, y'all gotta be nice. No, they will be. They will be. Some of you have met them. They're fantastic. But they're going to be talking about growing up in a Mary Kay household, you know, and what it means to them, and so forth and so on. So that'll be Thursday. So you guys are always really great. Let's see, the ones of you that are on here, you're great at checking our Facebook page. So all of the announcements will be on there. For those of you who are local, we have January Jumpstart on January 6th. Those of you who aren't local probably have something going on locally for you. But local people, I don't want anybody to make any excuses. You have to be at January Jumpstart because we have an elite executive, an executive senior director. We have several senior directors, and we all come from different backgrounds. Tania and I are planning this, and I just stood up the agenda last night. So it's going to be meat and potatoes, fantastic hardcore training. Okay. Anyway, so that's just a little plug for the local ones. And then we're going to start doing monthly guest events here. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Oh my gosh, and then career conference registration is January 30th. So Charlotte is Friday and Saturday, March 16th and 17th. For those of you who are excited about career conference, and some of you are new and going,
That's
right? It's that Charlie Brown teacher voice. Hey, Beth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? But we'll keep you posted on all that sort of stuff. Okay. Before I get into some recognition, first on our, whose is that?
That's mine, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to put you up next. You want me to wait?
No, Daddy's going to get him. So hold on. Let me
He's teething, and he's precious. He weighs almost 17 pounds. A big boy. It's a big boy. All right, Beth, are you sure? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, so without any further ado and all that kind of stuff, I want to, this is one of my favorite part of all of Mary Kay is to introduce brand new consultants, especially the brand new ones that actually take the time and the effort and energy to be on our calls that we just started. So I'm going to turn it over to Beth to introduce her newest team member, please.
Yay, I'm so excited, guys. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. I never know if you can hear me. But so our new consultant, you all that have been in the Raleigh team know her because she keeps coming to the studio. And she is she and I have become really close in the last couple months, and really excited that she is finally in our unit. Everybody is Alicia.
Yay! Alicia, we're so excited to have you. Alicia, just so you know, she became a really good customer, and good customers become fantastic consultants. And she was a guest. Beth worked everything full circle. If you don't know what first full circle is, it's making the appointment, putting it on their faces, developing that customer, potentially inviting them to a guest, or to an event, having them be a hostess. Alicia did all of that and then some. And so, Alicia, if you don't mind my putting you on the spot here a little bit, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself, please?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to be part of Mary Kay. This is the first time I've done anything like this, but I guess foremost, I just love the products. I've been using the Miracle Set and got some of the makeup, and I just love the products. Been using it since October. So I'm really excited to join the group and work with Beth and Karen and meet all of you ladies. And I'm looking forward to, building my own business. And I already work full time. I work at NC State. I'm in the real estate department, so I do a lot of leasing. But I'm excited to kind of do this on the side and have some fun with makeup and ladies and just build my own business. I like that I can be in control of it. So I'm really excited.
Yay! And I have to tell you, Alicia walks into the room and just like somebody turned the lights on. And instantly everybody loves her and is being loved by her and on her. I mean, she just fit in. Everybody was like, oh, she's a part of us. This was before she just joined. She just signed her agreement on Sunday. And so everybody thought she was just part of the family. So she fits in perfectly. And we're so excited to have you and so excited to see what this brings to you. I have a little something for you. Actually, but I'm going to go through this, ladies. Some of you know this. This is our rose. Alicia, you went to a couple of meetings. Did we do this at any other meeting? Okay, good. Okay, so the rose is very, very symbolic in Mary Kay, and this is a wooden rose, so it won't wilt or die or anything like that. And I will give it to you. We'll have to figure out towners. We'll have to figure out. I guess I'll just ship it to them. Anyway, okay, so it's very, very, very symbolic in Mary Kay. It used to be imprinted on our blushes and eyeshadows. If any of you happen to have used Mary Kay a decade or two ago or longer, very, very symbolic. Okay, so what represents is, of course, a rose has its root system, its support system, and that's what you have with all of your sister consultants and the companies supporting you, always being there for you. Okay, then we have the stem, which also represents. Thank you. represents the support that you get. Now, normally there would be little thorns on here, and some people see that as a bad thing. But in Mary Kay, we actually use them to climb up and to go forward because they're obstacles. And this is a people business, and life happens to all of us. And so there are going to be cancellations and postponements and things along those lines. But if you keep going, you keep climbing. Okay. Now, the leaves represent the branching out of your business into new customers, team members, wherever you want to take it. The sky's the limit. And of course, they're green. So what do you think that represents?
Money.
Everybody said that. Okay, money. And right now you're in the little rosebud stage, you're brand new, but you keep going forward and you stay in with the group here and all that good stuff, and it will lead to the sweet smell of success, and your business will continue to blossom. Okay, so this is your rose. Okay, all right, so welcome. Yay, Cassie, so excited for you, so excited. Yay. Okay, all right, should I do the recognition or the training?
Recognition.
Oh, listen to the high eye personality there. Okay.
That ain't me.
Okay. All right. So the recognition. All right. So thank you to those of you who have reported your results. I don't care if they're a $0 or a $10 or $1,000. Thank you so much for doing that. All right. So we have, I need one of those, what are they called? Kazoo?
Yes.
Whatever, yeah, one of those things. So we'll just pretend it's right here. Okay, so drum roll. Star Consultants, or not Star Consultants, when you have a star week, you're going to get your head on a stick. That sounds really bad. Last week, right? Last week I had Danny. Danny had a $1,000 week, so I had her headshot on a stick. So anyway, because you're not here and we can't love on you and all that kind of stuff, we're just going to do some whoop, whoop, whoops that way. Okay. So last week, so anybody have a star week? What's a star week?
$300 or more.
$300 or more. Yes, $300 or more. You get your head on a stick. Okay. That's kind of bad, doesn't it? Okay. So you get your bigger recognition. All right. So drum roll. Now, Cassie. Look, Cassie Lyons had a $425 week. Woo! Yay, congratulations. Way to go, girlie. And we're going to hear from her because she's going to tell us what she did. She did one of the spa experiences that's big and popular in Mary Kay right now. So, Cassie, we're so excited for you. Congratulations. We're so happy to have you, and I can't wait to hear from you in just a second. Okay, we're going to get the inside scoop on what she thought of her spa experience and any kind of tips and things like that. Okay, and then our Queenie Weenie with $866 in sales last week. And we're going to hear exactly what she did for this $866 because y'all just going to like, really? Are you kidding? She's fantastic. She has a long list of accolades with Mary Kay. She has been #1 in our unit. She's always in the top. She was #2 in the Maureen Myers National area a couple years ago. She is in Marietta, Georgia. So please help me welcome with $866 in sales. Big round of applause for Pat Mooster. Woo!
Oh, new picture.
Our Queenie Weenie.
Yay.
So like that. Are y'all okay if I say Queenie Weenie?
Sure.
Okay, so Pat, tell us what you did.
Oh, cool.
See, you get a purple ribbon. That's some royalty stuff right there. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, I did get my other ribbon in the mail.
You did get your other ribbon. That was.
Yes, that was
that 500 or 600? 500?
I don't remember. That was either 5 or 6.
No biggie.
No. Just kidding.
Okay, so tell us what you did for your $866, please.
Okay, well, the biggie. I'll just start out with the biggie. I have a friend of mine who has several. Well, he has 2 daughters and a niece and an ex-wife that they get along, and a friend. And he came and he calls me and he says, "Patio." That's what he calls me.
Patio.
He says, "Patio." He says, "I need some Christmas presents." And I said, "Okay, come on over." So he came on over, and I took him downstairs because I have a studio downstairs. My shelves are stocked. Always.
It's a very nice studio. It's gorgeous.
Thank you. And so anyway, he started saying, yes, that looks good. Yes, that looks good. Yes, that looks good. Well, about $400 later, it looked really good. I mean, he bought over $400 worth of Mary Kay.
So were these things that you had packaged already, or did he
Some
just
of
have a
them.
shop? Okay.
Some of them I had in gift box. He kind of told me what he wanted, and we just fixed it up, and I helped him. I labeled things for him, so he says, because if you just give me this, I won't remember who. So we went through that. I helped him do that. And
So
then
what sort of things did he buy, Pat?
We let's see. He bought the brush set. He bought
Nice.
2 satin hands.
Mm-hmm.
He bought the Skinvigorate brush.
Ooh, nice.
For his granddaughter, his one granddaughter, the Oh So Cute.
Yeah.
I just think that's so cute.
It's adorable. It is oh so cute. Yes.
It is. And then 3-in-1 to go with the Skinvigorate brush.
Nice.
And then I'm trying to think what else. I mean, there was.
Oh, that's okay. Those are neutrally.
And then I said, what do you have? I said, do you need men gifts? So I had packaged 2 of the cleanser from the MK men's cleanser and the moisturizer or the hydrator for them. And he said, okay. And so I sold him that. And
that was easy.
it was lovely. And then the rest of the items, like I sold, Mom does some Christmas shopping, and I had some other people did Christmas shop. Friday, no lie, this past Friday, I had 5 deliveries in one day. So
not bad though, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
fantastic.
it was a good week. It was a good
week. I'll say. Woo! Congratulations.
And I had most of it I had it all in stock, I think. So that's the good part.
Oh.
I could give it to him right then and there.
Yeah. Yeah. So he literally physically came into your office and was like, okay, this and this and this and this.
Yes. And he walked out with everything.
And then you were able to deliver it. Yay, all before Christmas.
Yay.
Well, you're a fantastic consultant. So congratulations. Yay. All right. Now, Cassie, I've asked her to speak tonight for a few minutes just on her first spa experience. Okay. So do all of you know what Alicia, sorry, honey, I wouldn't expect you to know what a spa experience is. Okay. But you do though, right? Do you kind of know? Yeah. All right. I wouldn't expect her to, but she does because we were doing them at our meetings and talking about them quite a bit. So Cassie, why don't you tell us about you just take the floor, baby girl.
Cool. Hey, ladies. So what I did, first of all, I booked this spa experience because the hostess was crazy about the new mask, the biocellulose mask. So she was just pumped. She's like, okay, what do you need me to do? And I was like, well, we have these new Mary Kay experiences. And she was excited about that. She's had plenty of parties with me since I started Mary Kay. So she was like, of course. So I had my table set up, but not too fancy. Maybe a few rocks and stones here and there, but not too fancy. But what I did was, of course, I coached her up, let her know that everyone would be choosing from a menu. And I showed her the menu beforehand, and she was like, this is fancy. So, but she knew that for the majority of the party, she would be masked up. So what happened was, as the women walked in, I had them choose their relax item.
Yeah.
And most of them wanted the satin lips. I think all of them wanted satin lips. So that just kind of worked out. Right. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And so then we talked about the biocellulose mask. And then I introduced the hostess, and then we did satin lips while I explained the new biocellulose mask. And the hostess, she actually arrived 15 minutes at the venue that we were having it at, and went ahead and cleansed her face.
Oh,
So
okay. It was early?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So we already cleansed her face. So while everyone had satin lips on, I went ahead and went through the BioCellulose mask and applied it to her, like, separated, put it on her face, took the other layer off. I passed the other layer around, let them feel the,
Awesome. Yeah.
the cool stuff. And then she just sat back and I had her tilt her head back and she relaxed for the rest of the party.
Good.
Then the rest of the women, they did the miracle set.
Uh-huh.
And after they cleansed their face, after the cleanser, they did the charcoal mask. And that's just something that the hostess, she said she wanted to see the charcoal mask too. So she went ahead and chose
He
their.
chose that for everybody.
Yes. she did
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And so they did the charcoal mask. And so that way all the masks were done at the same time. And everyone could finish with the night solution and moisturizer at the same time. And so everyone really liked it. What I did was while everybody's mask was on, I talked about the Mary Kay Foundation and the new Beauty That Counts blanket. And they loved that. They really did. And they were like, oh, can we get them in for Christmas? And I was like, let's see how many I have. And they just really, a lot of them didn't even know all the different causes that, Mary Kay supports. They love that. And then we closed out. We had sparkling apple cider in those little clear cups, and everybody was like, this is nice. And so many of the women were like, I've never been educated on the products like they were that night, but they said this was just fun from the beginning to the end. They loved it. So it was really nice.
That's really nice. And so tell us the sort of bookings and things that you got from it.
So sales were $295 from that party.
Awesome.
And then there were 8 women there, and 5 of them booked, not including the hostess. And they all want spa experiences. I said, okay, you have a second appointment with me. I can get together with you for color. They were like, no, we want one of these.
Yes. Everybody loves those things so much. They're like, I want to have one.
Yes. And any product that they weren't able to, because it's Christmas and everybody's budget's kind of tight.
Right.
They were like, I'm going to get whatever I can tonight. And I absolutely want a spa experience so my friends can experience this, but so that I can get even more with my hostess credits. So they were super excited.
Congratulations. Now, did you use the flip chart, Cassie?
I used the menu and just used that as I just had it in my hand as I talked.
Right. Okay.
And they liked that. And then I had I got 3 career chats from that too.
Hello. That's a perfect party. So closing that many people, is there any advice you would give, or were there challenges involved, that anything that you would change or do differently?
Let's see.
Not necessarily with the close, but just sort of in general. Is there anything after doing your first one, how we kind of look back and think, well, I might do this differently, or I would definitely keep all of it?
The only thing is I would say don't freak out about, if you're not one of those people that are just like really good at decorating and stuff. I do think I spent a little too much time trying to make it look all fancy schmancy, because really you deliver the experience in the order of the product, versus like all the cutie stuff.
Fantastic. Well, I went to the Dollar Tree and got 4 glass little votive things for $1, and then a pack of tea lights, 8 for $1, and just and the little rocks from the Dollar Tree that come in the netted bag. So that's about as frou as I get. But people still are like, oh, this is so wonderful and so relaxing. Want to have one. Does anybody have any questions for Cassie? Thank you, Cassie. That was fantastic. Yay. Does it make you want to do another one?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have a general question. I meant to ask you, but Cassie, since you're talking about it, what does everyone offer your hostess when they have a gift? I mean, is it up to me? What do you guys typically do? What's something good for me to start out with? If I say, hey, come host a party for me, what do they get?
Beth, you want to take this one?
Sorry, let me unmute.
That's fine.
What I do is my hostesses, everybody gets to choose your own. So that's what's really cool about Mary Kay. But for me personally, I either offer them a 40% shopping spree. They don't get 50. If they want 50, they have to be in Mary Kay. But I either give them their choice of 40% shopping spree or 10%, what equals 10% of the sales in free products. And I let them choose. And they always choose whichever gives them the better deal, which
Yeah.
is fine.
Okay.
But that way that I try and take away from my hostess the pressure of having their friends buy everything, have to buy. That's my job and the product's job to sell it. So I figure they clean their house and they invite a bunch of people over, I'm going to make sure they get something.
Exactly.
I've done parties for others. I've done parties for a bunch of other things where it's like I had a group of people there. I cleaned my house. I did everything. And because I didn't have, I don't know, $300, $400, $500 in sales, I got zilch as the hostess. And that always left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Beth. Does that clear it up a little bit, Alicia?
Ma'am.
Yeah, you'll find kind of what works for you, but the standard Mary Kay hostess program is 10% of the sales in free product, like Beth said, the equivalent in free product. And I usually have to go one step further than that because some people aren't really comfortable with percentages. They're hearing 10% and thinking, wait, I get a 10% discount. So, I'll say, oh, in other words, if it's a $300, people purchase $300 total, you get $30 in free product. I just explain it a little bit more, but that's kind of the standing deal. And you can go one step further and say, with one booking, you get 15%. With two people that schedule their own parties, you get 20%. But there's a lot of leeway in that sort of thing. But you'll hear a bazillion different things. $75 for $35, $75 and free for $35. And there are gazillions of different hostess programs. But that, I would say, stay with that one, which is kind of the company one that's been around for forever. And then if you decide you want to tweak it. Does anybody else have anything different that they do with their hostesses? Cassie, what did you do, dear, with your spa experience?
I had one of the whenever I thanked on top of her hostess credit, so she chose the 8-person package, so it was $100 for $35.
Right.
And so she got that one, and then whenever I thanked her, if I had like a discontinued cute product, I had one of the little purple bags from fall, so I gave her one of those too, just because it was extra.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think you'll stay with that hostess program, or do you think you'll tweak it to something else?
I definitely think I'll stay with that one. It works really well.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So there are lots of different ones, and Kevin and I created a flip chart, mostly him, of course, just for the beauty experience, and we included the biocellulose mask and the other mask and things like that. If that's something you feel like you need, are more comfortable with the flip chart in front of you, and it's a visual for them to see. But yeah, running it even just with the menu, Cassie, it's all right there. We were fine, or what is it? I can't even remember my own order. So whatever works for you, just stay with it. But you'll hear lots of different ideas, Alicia, and we'll help you with all that stuff. Okay, great question. Great question. Okay, thank you, Cassie. Yay! Round of applause. All right, so now we have January coming very, very quickly. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. That's not what I do. There we go. All right, so 7 things you need to do to prepare and get ready for an incredible January. All right, you ready? All right, the first one, number 1, is true with whether you're a New Year's resolution, XYZ fill in the blank, or anything in particular. You have to decide that you want to do something, that you're going to do something. So first of all, sounds really simple, but you've got to decide. Okay, I really am going to do this. We all have this little person over here and this little person, kind of like our angel and our devil, and the one is like, okay, yeah, you can do it. Set that goal. And you have the other one going, nah, you're not really serious, Dawn. Nah. So you need to flip that person off. That wasn't right. Woo, okay, or whatever you want to do. Okay, so listen to this one and decide, okay, you know what, January is, the holidays are behind us, although there's still a lot of days left in this month. Beth, really quickly, because we're not going to do one next week, can you tell us what You posted something today that was absolutely incredible. Can you just really quickly tell us about your day today?
Oh, yeah, my day today. I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, the holidays are coming, can't meet my goal." Because I did a grandma granddaughter makeover today and sold a miracle set plus a little bit extra, and they booked a party for next week. So
There you go.
and this is not a fluke. Almost pretty much every year, the week of Christmas, I usually have an appointment and usually sell between 100 and 150 at that one appointment the week of Christmas. So
Well, and that week between Christmas and New Year's, there are a lot of people, Alicia and Beth and I were talking about that today. There are a lot of people that are off from work. I think huge percentage of people are off from work, and it's great to lounge around the day after Christmas and stay in your pajamas all day and that sort of thing. But after about the third or fourth day, people are a little bit cabin fever, bored. You know, some people got money for Christmas. It's that sort of thing that you can tap into it. You know, people say after the holidays, check with me after the holidays. Well, between Christmas and New Year's, that's between the holidays. You know, that is after the big holiday, Christmas. And you can have all kinds of appointments. So just saying, even if it's for a New Year's Eve party or, you know, some makeovers or things like that. But yeah, Beth, sometimes that's a more relaxed time to do something. And women have been running around doing for other people. It's one of those things that they can, especially with the spa experience even. It's like, okay, let's do some spa treatments and treat yourself post-holiday, de-stress, that kind of thing. Okay. All right, so back to back to the 7 things. First one, of course, is to decide, I do want to do something. All right. Then the second one is to set a goal. You know, it's not, I'm going to do great things in January. Like, exactly what are you going to do? Is it a power start? Pat, what's a power start? You know what a power start is? Sorry.
Unmute.
There
Okay.
you go. What's a power start?
It's so many, I forget, but it's so many faces in so many days.
Mm-hmm. So power start is 30 faces.
30
That's
faces.
right, Carmen. I see your little fingers up there. 30 faces in 30 days. And then a perfect start is 15 faces in 15 days. Or you could do 15 faces in 30 days. But a power start, whether it's a power start, a certain amount of career chats, you know, oh, I want to have a team member in January. Well, okay, so it takes how many career chats to do that, and how are you going to get that? You're going to get the bookings and things first. So the second thing I said is setting the goal. And I want to get your input, ladies. I'm thinking about running a promotion for January. We have fall retreats and seminars and things like that. And I was thinking, since it is cold and there's more of a downtime, and January is a new start, it's 18, okay? It's 2018. January, what if I ran a promotion for, if you do a certain amount of faces and a certain amount of maybe career chats, and then, you know, just like maybe 2 or 3 criteria there, I would treat you to a girls' weekend in February, like at a lake or something, like whatever. And maybe what we would do is something like you qualify for something special on Friday night, like dinner, and I mean, we just do a big sleepover and a big training. I don't know. Just chew on that a little bit. I want some feedback on it because I'm thinking about that, and it's January's going to be, you know, on top of us in a second. But I'm thinking, like, for this area, Jordan Lake or Lake Gaston, you know, somewhere that's like centrally located, and you Georgia girls could shoot right up, like right there. But it would be fun. It would be a lot of fun. We always have fun when we get together. So it would be a jeans and t-shirt and pajamas. We just stay in our pajamas all weekend. Anyway, that would be, I think, a lot of fun. Okay, so the third one. So that the second one is set your goal. The third one is actually schedule your time. And we're talking about that, Alicia, today. When you get your starter kit, you're going to have this gorgeous date book. How many of you actually have that date book? Does anybody did you order that date book? It's $2 or $3. I don't even know. It's very inexpensive on section 2, and it's very, very pretty. So the third thing is literally, and I know we all operate so much of our lives from our phones or through our phones. and my schedule, my Google Calendar is just as full as everybody else's, but I'm talking about physically writing out. This is old school Mary Kay. Literally taking your girls. I cleaned up my office for the party on Sunday, and I don't know where I put my date book. Who knows? Well, it's here somewhere. Anyway, but I have squares. I literally like square, like mark off, Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock, Thursday, 2 o'clock, and 7 o'clock, whatever times that you have. If you don't do that, this is in the middle. This is number 3, so it's kind of the middle of it. So that can actually be your weak spot, believe it or not. I mean, making a decision and setting the goal is one thing, but if you don't have that down, there are a couple different things that happen. Well, let me go to the positive. When you do have those times written down, instantly when you're talking to somebody or you're texting or you see them out, just whatever, when they say, oh yeah, sure, after the holidays, you can say, oh, well, which is better for you? Next Wednesday or next Thursday or Sunday or Saturday, whatever you work your business, and you have it right there. But so it makes you look professional. They're like, oh wow, you're like legit scheduling, like a doctor or dentist or somebody, a hairstylist or something. The other thing it does for you is it subconsciously makes you want to fill those spots. So talk with your family, talk with anybody, nobody, I don't care, whatever, but get your dates down, and then your brain is going to want to fill those. Okay. So that's the third one, is to really, really schedule when you're available. And if you mark those times out, then you're way, way more likely to fill those spots. Then the fourth thing is actually concentrate on these last minute shoppers in the next few days, because they are the ones, depending on who they're giving these gifts to, you put a coupon in there, you put your labels, your business card, and whatever the little gifts are, like Pat. And I don't know if did you already know these ladies that this man is purchasing for? You already know them. Oh, most of them. Okay. So if you didn't, well, most of them, so maybe not all of them, but if they're using those things, it gives you a reason to follow up with them and say, hey, you don't know me, just checking to make sure everything's okay, because everything's guaranteed. And I know this was purchased as a gift for you, but I just want to make sure we always have 100% customer guarantee, satisfaction. So it gives you a reason to actually reach out to them. So take advantage of the last minute shoppers. And if you have something on your shelf that you feel like would make a cute little gift, put it in a basket. From Wednesday through Saturday, everywhere you go, just some little basket, or I don't know, some sort of cute little container of some sort, gift bag, I don't know. But take it everywhere you go, and you don't even have to open your mouth, because there are women, and especially if you're going into offices or stores or things like that. Now, it was 75 degrees here today in Raleigh, so we can't very well say, I had to take it inside because it's too cold to leave in the car. But just take it with you, and just, have you got all your Christmas stuff done? And if you have some $10, $15 items there, you could very easily still move some product, and all those little money bits, add up. And then as the fourth one, or the fifth one, that was the fourth. The fourth one is to not give up, because Christmas is on Saturday. It's still time to, hey, this is what I've got on my shelf, and these are the sort of gift items I can come up with. Whether it's a foot cream, a hand cream, satin hands, satin lips, anything at all. The fifth one, like we were talking earlier, lots of people being off work next week, and to take advantage of that. Okay, so that's the fifth one. Whether it's the spa treatment or a New Year's Eve look, whatever the case may be. Okay, so the sixth one, all right, is to go ahead. Like I said, you've decided when you can work in January. Not to do too far out, right? It's better to look at about 2 weeks at a time. So focus on the first 2 weeks of January, but doesn't mean December's over. But if you do contact someone this week and they say after the holidays check, and you're not available next week, maybe you're not. If you're not, don't worry about it. But definitely don't let them off the hook, and go ahead and get them scheduled for January. Just don't go out into the third week of January, because the further out you go, the more likely it is to postpone or cancel. So, get those immediate and get your script. What are you going to say to people? It's January. Did you have a great holiday? Great Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever you want to say to start the conversation and engage them, especially if you're texting. Don't puke it all out on one text or one message on Facebook. Hey, how was your Christmas? Or Happy New Year, how are you? Whatever it is that you can engage them and hook them in. Then you can say, well, it's cold and the holidays were behind us, so January is a time to start fresh, and I am really excited because we have a new spa treatment, spa experience. Tell them that you have a big goal. You're going to do 30 faces in January. Will you please be one of my faces? I really want to do this January, jump start off, with style. So do the spa, the spa treatments and the in-home treatments really are still our skincare class. We will always do our skincare classes. I will always do our miracle set, especially for new consultants. We'll always do that. The spa thing is just to incorporate a couple of other things that make them feel like they're really, really pampered. Like Cassie was saying, everybody felt, spa treatments and a mask and all that kind of stuff. So it takes a little bit longer. But what I've noticed with these spa treatments, we've talked about this before, is there are 4 choices. You pick 2 out of the 4 options. And if she's doing satin lips, you said everybody's doing satin lips, but that means they had a choice of one of the other things. So a lot of times it's like, wait, what is she doing? What is she doing? Well, she's doing our eye gel and she's doing our eye makeup remover. Well, you can try that at your next one. And it just entices them a little bit more as opposed to absolutely everybody trying absolutely everything. They all will get the miracle set and the microderm. Hello. That's Pearl. That's Pearl. Anyway, and then the 7th one, number 7, is to register for a January jumpstart of some sort in your area and get your brain in the mode for January, because January, next thing you know, it's going to be over with. So here's the thing I want you to think about. January, we don't want to wait until January 2nd or 3rd to start booking for January or start talking about January, because it takes a while to take off, right? So how many of you have ever flown? Anybody ever flown? Okay, we've all probably flown. All right. As you know, when you're out on the tarmac and you're taking off, the plane has to taxi and it picks up speed. And it's my favorite part, is the whole like whoosh, lift off kind of thing. You don't like it, Pat? You don't like it? Do you like landing? You don't like it at all. You like the land because you want to be back on the ground, right? Okay. I just love the takeoff. But think about it. A plane doesn't just sit there and say, okay, it's time to leave, boof. We can't just say it's January, bam, let's hold an appointment tomorrow. Now, you can do that because I hold, like next day appointments a lot. But generally speaking, when you have a big goal, and your big goal might be 5 faces in January, depends on what you've done in the past or what you want out of this business. But if you want to do something big, the work for that needs to start this week. And definitely next week, because we have to be able to taxi and pick up speed to hit January like flying, right? Does that make sense? Is that a good analogy? Okay, so we're on the tarmac right now, okay? January is when we're taking off, but we have to pick up speed right now to be able to take off. Let's see. Okay. I think, where's my little poem from last week? All right, sorry. Y'all, I don't know what's happened in my office. Did y'all see like a little cat or a fairy or something come through and steal all my stuff? Here it is. Never mind. Okay, January. Okay, let's see. Who do we have on here? We have Erica, Carmen, Cassie, Beth, Alicia, me, and Pat. Okay. And there are quite a few people that have Christmas parties and choir parties, all kinds of stuff. And so I understand that. But I will do a drawing. Let me know. I want the people on here to let me know. You can just text me. My phone's somewhere. Text me and let me know how many faces you want to do for January. If you don't want to do any, that's crazy. But it is January, and we're also moving into the last 6 months of our seminar year. And a lot of you ladies are in the top of our unit, and with only like this much between you, I'm not trying to create any kind of competition, but you know what I'm saying. We've got the last 6 months that a lot can happen, you know, and January sets the stage for February, March, et cetera, et cetera. So don't let January pass. Set a goal, decide up here that you want to do it. And then you just do it. I'm going to be, I have January Jumpstart. I'm going to be in Atlanta area, January 13th through the 17th. I'm very excited about that. We have our leadership conference. So I'm just requesting some good weather. No snow or ice or any of that mess y'all have down there sometimes. Okay. They're not allowed. Anyway, but my personal goal is a power start as well. So I'm going to be working on that this week. And so I want to see who's with me, because I think we're going to do some really, really big rewards for a power start. And you can do 5 parties with 6 people. You could do 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, and just do a couple of days a week. I mean, a couple of days of the month that you're just kind of assembly lining them. I do say that if you're doing 1 at a time, it's going to take you a little while. You know, there are 31 days in January. You might take January 1st off. That leaves you 30 days. So if you're going to do 30, you might want to, you know, that's doing it kind of the hard way. So if you can double up and do some parties and things like that, that's even better. And a lot of times your hostesses, when you tell them that your big goal is to do 30 faces or 15 or whatever, a lot of times she'll say, oh, sure, I'll help. Do you want me to invite a couple of friends? Would that help you? And so then you haven't even asked her, hey, would you have a couple friends over? Because, you know, we don't say hostess a party because people freak out, right? We just say, hey, you want to include some girlfriends in your spa experience? The spa experience is just a really great way to do our Mary Kay, but, you know, it's just a different little twist on it that makes it just sound a lot more appealing than just the Mary Kay facial. Not that there's anything wrong with the Mary Kay facial. Hear my heart. Okay, sorry. Now, I'm going to, oh my gosh, I'm not going to see y'all before Christmas, so Merry Christmas. I am going to be here doing a Facebook Live on Thursday. I have a little visitor from the North Pole. So if you have anybody that you can ask, beg, bribe, whatever, to be on, that would be fantastic. But I appreciate your support too. So just pop on. Alicia, you were on how many of our little calls? Even her husband was on the one a week ago Sunday that Kevin did. Actually, I had several husbands on there, so that was really, really cool. But you watched how many of those, Alicia? You remember?
Oh my gosh, most of them.
Most of them? Most of them. See, sometimes people need layers, right? Right? It's like, I think so. I don't know. Wait a minute. What? And so you just keep layering, and then they're like, oh, okay, I have to be part of this, right? Yay! We're excited. We're excited. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm gonna end with this, like I did last week, and I just want to wish absolutely everybody on here incredibly Merry Christmas, and good luck with your sales. This 2017 is not over yet. Okay, lots and lots of things that can be sold, lots of things next week that you can have. Just be your own hostess. Invite some girlfriends over to de-stress and do your little spa experience. We do have the placemats that we were talking about with Cassie. If you haven't seen those, they're fantastic. They're super cheap at FedEx. Make sure you go through InTouch and the FedEx doc store, whatever it's called, to upload that. Let me know if you have any questions about that, or let Kevin know. But they're super cheap. I mean, you just reuse them. You know, they're laminated, so they're super cheap. Okay. I would give you love, but you have had that since the day our paths first crossed. I would give you friendship if I weren't offering it to you daily, and if you didn't have it so abundantly in each other. I would give you faith, but it's not mine to give. Each must find her own. I would give you smooth sailing if we were not promised that it is through adversity that we develop strength. I would make life easy had God not said the task was not to make life easy, but to make us great. Instead, I will give you encouragement when you stumble, as we all do, A dream for your life, for I know you can do it. Hope for a bigger and brighter tomorrow. An answer to your questions. A glimpse into unparalleled opportunity for you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. A blueprint tailored to suit your circumstances and to reach your goals. And a wish for Christmas and Hanukkah and every day that you might have life and live it more abundantly. God bless you and your families, and may you have a happy and blessed holiday and a prosperous 2018 New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, everything else, right? Okay, right? Okay, I love you. Thank you so much for being on here. Appreciate you, and congratulations again. Hold on, our people on the stick. Woo, woo! Star Weeks are good. Keep it up, keep it up. I want to see who can beat her. What we'll do the following Tuesday, sorry, I'm yelling at y'all. It's because y'all are muted, and I feel like I'm like, y'all, I'm like, hey, y'all. It's because I got all these little microphones that have the red X's, and I'm like, y'all can't hear me. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll do the best of 2 weeks, okay? So you'll have 2 weeks, collect your sales, or maybe we'll just do the total sales. We'll figure that out. But anyway, Alicia, welcome again. Cassie, thank you for sharing, and congratulations on your Star Week. Pat, holy mackerel, way to go. Fantastic, and thank you, and way to go, Beth, on continuing regardless, and all that kind of stuff. Carmen, thank you for getting on here, darling. I appreciate you. Erica, we haven't seen or heard you, but we love you. We know you're there. I'll see y'all later. Bye.